Creating motion graphics for your business always sounds simple, but it rarely is. You need a quick animation for a campaign, and suddenly, what should take minutes turns into hours. And even experienced teams know how long it takes to polish something that actually looks professional. But here's the good news. There's now a way to create broadcast-ready motion graphics without spending hours inside complex software or paying freelancers for every small change. The tool is called Hera. And in this video, I am going to break down what it is, how it works, and most importantly, whether it's actually worth it for businesses that care about speed and execution. So what exactly is Hera? At its core, Hera is an AI-powered motion design platform built to turn simple prompts into professional animations. Instead of opening complex software, building timelines, and manually animating every element, you simply describe what you want, and Hera generates it for you. It sits in an interesting position in the market. On one side, you have powerful tools. They are incredibly capable, but they require time, technical skill, and a serious learning curve. On the other side, you have lightweight design tools with templates. They are easy to use, but the motion often feels basic or generic. Hera sits between those two worlds. It's powerful enough to create animations that look professional and polished, but simple enough that you can use it on day one without technical experience. What makes it especially interesting for businesses is the balance between automation and control. You can rely entirely on prompts to generate animations instantly, or you can use templates and editing options to keep everything consistent with your identity. It's not just about flashy visuals. It's about reducing production time while maintaining quality. And that's where it becomes relevant for real business workflows. Before we jump into the examples, let's quickly understand the interface of Hera, and let me explain you some of the basic features that will help you skyrocket your content. Here's the interface of Hera. As you can see, it's very minimal. Here is where you can choose the format of your motion graphic. This is where you can choose the duration of the motion graphics. You can also import some designs from Figma, and you can also choose the canvas feature if you want to do some more advanced designs as a whiteboard. As you can see, these are the 5 ways you can create your motion graphics with AI. First of all, you can do a text to animation. You can do an image reference to motion graphics, so you can insert an image, you can give it a prompt, you can edit it, and you can get the motion graphic based on the image. Same goes for the video reference, same goes for the SVG animation, and you can also select the style. As you can see here, Hera provides you different styles, so you can choose a style of your animation, and then of course you can optimize it and refine it based on what you want. But as you can see, there are many different and amazing styles that you can use. And then there are the infographics. This is where you can choose different infographics in order to present some metrics, some statistics, some financial data or reporting. Text animations, you can choose different animations based on articles, banners, and quotes. Social media, you can choose where you want to post it, in which social media platforms, as well as what kind of CTA you want. And then of course you can create motion graphics for your ads based on what you want to achieve. These are my different projects, but let's do some creative work together. First of all, we are going to do the text to animation. That means giving Hera a prompt and optimizing it with AI. The first example that we're going to create is gonna be a map animation that starts in Sweden, zooms out to show the full globe, and of course it pauses briefly and then zooms into Cyprus, my home country. Now, I can do that in two ways. I can either give it a prompt here, or I can use the microphone so I can register the prompt. Now, for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna choose to speak to the microphone and let Hera handle the rest. Create a cinematic map animation that starts focused on Sweden, slowly zoom out to reveal the entire globe, pause for 1 second, then smoothly zoom into Cyprus. Use clean, modern styling with professional presentation. Here's our prompt. And now what I'm going to do, I'm gonna choose to enhance the prompt for even better results. So let's do it. Good, look. High-angle map preview of Sweden featuring a minimalistic 3D map aesthetic, blah, blah, blah. So we are ready to create our first motion graphic. So let's see what do we get here. Here's a full motion graphic video based on what exactly we have described. And of course, you can use this video for presentations, for reporting, for videos, for whatever you want there. Now, let's take a different approach. Instead of building from scratch, now I want us to start with a template so you can understand what are the possibilities we have with Hera. Let's say we want to create an animated infographic showing the value of Bitcoin. This is something that we could use in financial updates, in newsletters, in social posts, or YouTube breakdown. So what I'm going to do now, I am going to go to the templates and choose infographics. And now I can choose a template that can represent the Bitcoin dropping. And what I'm going to do, I am going to use this template and I'm going to write the prompt. Create an animated infographic showing the value of Bitcoin dropping sharply over time. Use a dark financial theme, red downward graph movement, percentage drop clearly displayed, clean and professional style. Let's see what we are going to get out of this template. All right. That is wow. So this is our video for the Bitcoin crash represented into a graph. I mean, it's amazing. It shows you the 24-hour change, the numbers and everything. Let me just make it a little bit more bigger to see how it looks like. I mean, it's amazing. This is what we got. As you can see, the graph is going downwards. And now the crazy thing, what we can do here is that if I click on here and I click on here, I can edit the different parts into the motion graphic. So we can choose the point and prompt feature and we can ask it to make this yellow, and we can pre-select different features, different points in our motion graphic and choose to edit only those. So let's see what we're going to get out here. Ideally, that should be turned into yellow. So let's see. Wow, look at this. I have chosen to just change the percentage of the drop into yellow, and the system just with the point and prompt feature just change that for me. So let me also make it bigger for you to see what it looks like. That's amazing. The real question is Hera actually worth it? The honest answer depends on what you're trying to achieve. If you're a professional motion designer working on complex, high-end cinematic projects, you will probably still rely on advanced tools that give you full manual control. But that's not the reality for most businesses. Most companies don't need ultra complex motion design. They need assets that look polished without turning into a production process. And that's where Hera becomes extremely practical. What you're really paying for is an animation software. You're paying for speed and reduction of friction. If one animation normally takes 1 to 2 hours to build and you're producing multiple assets per week, that time adds up quickly. Over a month, the hours compound. Over a year, it becomes a significant cost. Compare that to generating high-quality motion graphics in minutes. But beyond the time savings, there's something more important. When production feels heavy, teams hesitate. They delay updates. They overthink small visual improvements. So when production feels light, you create more, thus you test more. And speed in execution is often the difference between average growth and aggressive growth. If motion graphics are part of your workflow and you care about compressing production time without sacrificing quality, it absolutely makes sense to test it. If you want to try Hera yourself, there's a link in the description that gets you 15% off. And let me know in the comment sections below what you would like to create first, or if there are any questions that you would like us to answer.